We are doing the Blue Jays roundup for July 5th, covering off the Rays past series, previewing the Orioles and some all-star trade rumors. I'm Adam. As always, I'm joined with Junior. Junior, are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, Junior. So the Jays took on the Rays this past weekend. Let's take a look at the breakdown here. So that was Friday night's game. Jays smashed the Rays 11-1. Love a good smashing of the Tampa Bay Rays. 6-3 on the Saturday, and they lost the Sunday game 5-1. What are your takeaways from this series?
They looked good. They could have swept. They played sloppy on Sunday. You never like to see a sloppy loss. Few errors and just not a clean game. And when you play good teams, you've got to be clean. It's fine if you get roughed up, but you have to play a clean game. And it wasn't there on Sunday. But you took 2 or 3. You made some movement back up into the standings. You're only 4.5 back of them now, so you've got some nice distance between you and the Yankees. So it was a good weekend series for the Jays at the end of the day.
Junior, I noticed that this falls into our model that we talk about quite often in weekend series, where a team wins 2 games and then they lose that third game. And that's a betting leverage for us that we've used in the past to win some big tickets.
Oh yeah, I bet the Rays on Sunday. I don't like to bet the Rays at all, but I bet them on Sunday because they got clowned the first few games. So you always figure that, this is baseball. The guys they're going to wake up a little bit extra on that Sunday to make sure that they don't lose again.
There we go. Okay, let's preview the series coming up here against the Orioles. It seems like we're playing the Orioles every week right now.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's a good thing because
definitely
we've got 2 series left before the All-Star break. We'll get into those, whatever those other series are. But, I like the matchups here. I like Matz. He's been pitching really well. He had another good game since coming out of COVID protocol.
Yep.
Ryu, I'm a little concerned with. He seems a little broken. There's something missing with him right now. Can't put my finger on it. So. And then Manoah, he had a great game last. I think it was against Baltimore. No, it was against the Rays on the Friday night game that he won. He looked pretty good. So, I like this. I think it's prime for a sweep. But play both sides if the Jays go up 2 games here on that last game. Play both sides just to cover your butt.
Yeah. One thing I saw here, I'm just going to read it off here. So 2015 Jays were 50-51 and sat in 4th place in the AL East on July 28th in 2015. 8 games back of first, they ended up going 43-18 for the rest of the season, finishing 93-69, winning the division and making it to the ALCS. Do the Jays of 2021 have this ability?
Well, it depends on who they pick up. I don't think there's going to be another Troy Tulowitzki out there or a David Price that's going to kind of set this team above. But, can they? Of course they can. The pitching has been pretty good. I think if they get some bullpen help and maybe another starting pitcher, they can really solidify that. This offense can bang with anyone in the league. There is no one in this league that you can say that they can't hang with offensively. So, it's just the pitching. If they can get another frontline starter and maybe a nice big arm in the bullpen, they could definitely, go on these stretches where they're going to win 15 in a row and maybe lose 1 and then win another 15 and then lose 2 or 3 and then win another 5. They can definitely do that. They can pick up nice chunks of wins.
Okay, awesome. The All-Star game is around the corner. Let's take a look at the All-Star surge here. So this is our projection. So July 6th to the 8th, we got the Orioles, and then July 9th to the 11th, the Rays. You're thinking that we're going to go 4-2 over these 2 series?
Yeah, the Rays have been a really bad road team, but they're still a pretty good home team. So I'm thinking that we can get the 3 wins against Baltimore and then maybe 1 against the Rays because the Rays are pretty tough at home. I mean, they are like 23-16 at home, where on the road they're 25-20. So.
Okay.
But the Jays, again, they're pretty good on the road too at 24-19. So, it could be 5-1. I don't see them losing more than 2 games in the next 2 series, though.
Okay, awesome. That's good news for us.
So that
and
would
our
put
All-Stars
us
here.
Sorry, that would put us at 47-41, which gets us closer to Tampa. So you always got to like that.
Got some faces here that are going to be down in Colorado for the game.
Yeah, I voted early and often for the boys in blue. Simeon absolutely deserved it. His numbers have been through the roof this year. Vladdy, I'm sorry if anyone didn't put him on the ballot, you're cracked out. And then Teo. That Teo was a surprise for me.
Yeah,
he was a real surprise for me that he ended up being a starter. He's just that other piece in the outfield that everyone seems to like. Always smiling. The guy loves the game of baseball, so couldn't have happened to a better guy. And then Bo, very highly contested position that he's in right now. So he's going in there with, I think it's Correa and Bogarts. So, I mean, two other shortstops that he's battling with is a bit tough. But he was there. He's still going. Won't start, but, he'll be a part of the game.
What about Biggio? Is he snubbed?
Yeah, I don't think he's snubbed just because of that injury he had. He will get there. I mean, the kid's absolutely phenomenal. He's got a great head on his shoulders. I'm sure his dad's teaching him, and has taught him how to handle and how to carry yourself in situations where you think you should be getting something, but you don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully what this does is it puts a bit of a chip on his shoulder so he can come out in the second half and absolutely destroy the ball.
Okay. All right, let's talk about the trade deadline here. You got a couple players that wanted to drive in on here and see maybe they're movable.
Some faces might surprise you. Grichuk, I'll tell you, is having a great year. We have too many guys in the outfield. So he's that guy who, with Springer, who's been starting to heat up now. Yeah, I think he's had 3 home runs in the last 3 series, so he's starting to heat up a bit. And then his defense, I'm sorry about, but Springer's a better defensive outfielder than Grichuk is. Well, more speed, higher IQ. So, I mean, trading a guy who's got 15 home runs and 55 RBIs, you should get something back for him.
Pretty good, yeah.
Rowdy Tellez, unfortunately, Vlad is not going anywhere for a long time, and he's going to be at first. So clear up the logjam. Rowdy's a great guy. He deserves to play every day, but it's just I don't think it's going to be here. He's had a bit of a rough year off, to start off because he hasn't played that much, but he's still very serviceable. So you should be able to get something for him too. Kirk, there's an absolute logjam at catcher. So you could pretty much put Danny Jansen, McGuire, or Kirk here. Any of those guys could have fit into this role, but I don't know what you get back for him. Dickerson, who we just picked up in the Simber trade, where we sent Panic and the other one out, he's another outfielder. So he's got to be a trade piece. And then this is the one that might shock a lot of people, but Marcus Semien. This is a man who is going to be commanding high dollars in free agency this offseason. We're not going to be able to sign him. Everyone is going to be on this guy's list. We're not going to be able to compete with the contracts that are there. Plus, this is the guy that's created the logjam where Biggio is now kind of on the outside looking in. Do you want Biggio or do you want Semien? I think most of the fan base is going to say they want Biggio just because he grew up in this system, and we want our homegrown guys.
We love him.
So for a guy who's hitting almost 300 with 21 home runs and 54 RBIs, I think you could get a really high-end arm in return for him.
Yes.
Whether it's a rental or not, because he's going to be a rental too. And, if you can get someone to pick up that piece, great. Or you hold him and you ride him out. And you just hope that he had a lot of fun and wants to stay. But again, this is where you have to start looking as a GM. What pieces do I have that are movable? Now, obviously, Vlad is not going anywhere.
No.
These guys are the core is not going anywhere. But a guy like Semien who can command, a lot back in return, a young arm, maybe 2 young arms, a young arm and some pretty good prospects. You get him out, you get Grichuk out. You could really do the impact that they did in 2015 with just different kind of names and really, really charge for this division and getting yourself set up for the playoffs.
Yeah, we need pitching. We need the bullpen. So I'm totally with you on that. I like where your thought process is going here. Let's see who target might be.
Yeah, so Skinny Dog, I think that's what they call him. Yeah, Richard Rodriguez. Guy's got a pretty decent WAR, good win-loss record. ERA is pretty good for a closer. The 11 saves, if we could add that to our bullpen, would be very nice right now. His whip is really low, so he's not walking a lot of guys. But the one cause for concern you have to have around starting pitching or relief pitching right now is since the implementation of the substances from the MLB, a lot of these guys, their spin rate is down. So when you see spin rate down on almost every pitcher in the league, you know that they were using it. And unfortunately, Richard Rodriguez is a guy whose spin rate on his fastball and I don't think his slurve was really impacted, but the spin rates on his fastballs and they're down. And that's kind of troubling when you see that since they implemented everything, that everything is just going down like this and down.
We talked about it on an episode of the cast, I think it was. We were talking about how many no-hitters were going on in baseball right now, but I haven't heard much in the last little bit, have we?
And you might not hear about another one for the entire year.
The record might not get broken. You never know.
It might not. So that kind of puts you in a precarious position with pitching. Was this guy just good because he had spider tack or whatever substance he had, or is he actually a good pitcher?
Yeah.
Then you got to start looking at the options that you have in-house. I mean, Barecki's still not there yet. Kay is not there yet. You still have Nate Pearson. So there's still a lot of arms that are coming up. So you don't want to mortgage anything or start trading away your young farm team to get, high-end guys that are going to be here for a few months. I think you got to make trades that are smart and be very cautious when it comes to starting pitching and relief pitching.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Awesome. I think that's a wrap for us then, right?
One piece of news. So the Jays officially submitted the plan to the application to the federal government to get this team back here north of the border by July 30th. So that would start off with, I think, 25% capacity for a couple of weeks.
I think they said 25 up to 50. They're going to figure out where that range is, but yes.
And then hopefully by September, it'll be a full stadium again. So right in time for playoffs, which is absolutely amazing. But
love that.
It's good to see that the steps have kind of taken place. And then, I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. Well, look, we want to thank everybody for joining us for the Blue Jay Roundup July 5th. We will be back for an all-star preview, so look out for that. If you want to subscribe to our channel, we'd love to have you a part of our team. We got lots of videos for you guys. Like and comment below what your thoughts are, who the Jays should go after, etc. And we'll see you soon. I'm Adam.
I'm Junior. See
ya real
soon.